In the span of 1 year, I have jumped out of a plane twice and off a building one time. The plane was not on fire. It wasn't going down. The building was completely fine. And yes, I am not military in any way, shape, or form, or any of the caliber that would require me to jump out of a plane for safety reasons. Hey y'all, it's DK again. So I figure I should do an icebreaker because that's normally what you do when you go to a staff meeting and you're meeting new people, or you're in a room of, a bunch of consultants or whatever the case may be. You're just in a room of a lot of people, you don't know them, and somebody in the room has a great idea. Let's have an icebreaker and introduce ourselves. Say something about you that, no one else in the room knows about you, or yada, 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 whatever the case may be. So this is my go-to of how I introduce myself. In the span of 1 year, I have jumped out of a plane twice and off a building one time. The plane was not on fire. It wasn't going down. The building was completely fine. And yes, I am not military in any way, shape, or form, or any of the caliber that would require me to jump out of a plane for safety reasons. So I know that's a funny story. Let me tell you. So basically, for my 30th birthday, I've always wanted to go skydiving. I think it's fun. It's a cool experience. I hear great stuff. I hear the other stuff of how things happen. So I'm like, what? I want to do that for my 30th birthday. I may never do it again, but I want to do it. So that year, I had a roommate, and I told my roommate, I would love to do this for my birthday, but it's probably not going to happen. Well, little did I know, my roommate said she wanted to do it too. She just really wanted someone else to do it with her. So I'm like, let's go. Oh my gosh, we did it. We did it. I prayed a lot. I thank you, Jesus, that I made it to the ground safely. And it was actually a really cool experience. Like, the most difficult part was getting on the plane. Once you get out of the plane, you kind of have no choice anyway but to trust the instructor that's strapped to you, knows what he's doing, and that you're good. And once you land, it's like, that was cool. Let's do it again. We kind of had that half thought, but with skydiving, you can go another time for like half off or something like that. I forget what it was, but it was basically a discount if you do it again. So me and my roommate were like, let's go again. So we did it again like a couple months later. And this time we had told people at our church that we did it, we loved it, da-da-da-da. Well, little did we know, a couple other people have been wanting to do it, and they were a little bit older, and they just never done it. So we actually got a group of people to go with us to go skydiving. Like, hey, we'll just have a whole ministry here that we go skydiving. That didn't last. But it was cool that all of us went a second time. Great experience. I mean, the second time you still have your nerves and everything. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this again. But we did it again, and I would actually still do it again. And they encourage you, get your license and stuff. But I'm like, I'm not making a career out of this. This was just like a thrill seeker type of thing, adrenaline junkie moment, not a career. But I would do it again. So for my roommate's birthday that same year, she's like, I want to go to Las Vegas. They have a building called the Stratosphere, and basically you can do a control fall. You're probably like, what the heck is that? A control fall basically is you are attached to a cord that is connected to the building, the very top of the building. And you basically walk to a ledge and step off and you fall. But you're connected to a cord. So you free fall for a while. Not very long, but you free fall for a while. And then you basically gracefully, slowly land to the bottom. And they do tell you bend your knees so that when you step on the ground, it's not such a hard force that it jars your knees. And, bend your knees, you land safely. And it's like, that was fun. I might actually upload that video because I still have it. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. It was definitely scarier than the plane. I know that sounds so weird, but it was because I'm stepping off a building. It's one thing to jump out of a plane, but I'm stepping off a building and my brain's like, we shouldn't be doing this. But I want to because it looks fun. I know. God help me. So basically, yeah, we did that too. A lot of our friends were just like, we need to have an intervention because you two single women are having way too much fun doing all these thrill seeker things that is out of your network of normalcy. Well, guess what? We wanted to live our life and be us. Little did we know the pandemic would happen the next year. So life happened. Dang. But I digress. So, I'm curious. You guys drop it in the comments. What's something you have done that other people said you shouldn't have done because it's not safe or it's not the norm, whatever it may be? Or what's something you have been wanting to do, but you never really did it because you were intimidated, you were scared, concerned, worried, or other people talked you out of it? What is it? Put it in the comments. I want to know. I'm just curious. Let's just do a short poll. And, might as well, because I'm here to give leadership nuggets, you can't let other people rule your life for you. That's one of the things I think about when that experience. I had so many people telling me you shouldn't jump out of a plane the first time, let alone the second time. And now you're going to jump off a building. Who does that? But I'm glad I did it because not many people can say that. I got a lot of thrilling memories out of it. And it really taught me something about myself in that I need to trust the people around me who are organizing my equipment, giving the training, my instructor, the people I'm strapped to, or the cord I'm connected to. I have to trust the people around me and that they're doing their job and that they're doing it well. And so that I can get a good experience out of it. So, if you're leading a team, you got to trust your team. You got to trust the equipment you're using. You got to trust that everyone's doing their job. If you don't trust them, then you're not going to succeed because you're going to second guess everything. You're going to micromanage. You're going to step on toes and insult people when it's like, I'm just trying to do my job. Why are you trying to be everything in my business? And now we got confrontation. Now we have miscommunication. Now we have distress. On and on and on. I digress. So I'm saying all this to say one little leadership nugget I learned from that experience is I got to trust the people around me to have a good experience, but also I need to trust in who I am to know that this is what I want to do. And it's not going to be such a traumatic experience that I'm going to harm myself intentionally. I mean, skydiving, there are risks, and jumping off a building, yes, there are risks. But in a nutshell of leadership as a whole is if someone's going to talk me out of it and I miss out on an opportunity, it's not their fault, it's mine. So I didn't listen to what the naysayers had to say. I lived my life. I trusted the people around me and I had an amazing experience. I would totally do it again. But anyway, let's just, calm down on the skydiving experience. I know that's not for everybody, but seriously, drop it in the comments. What is something you have always wanted to do, but you never did it? Or what's something you have done that you are glad that you did it because not many people would probably have done that. So you want to learn some more cool leadership nuggets from, my life experience and or the education that I received in university? Like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be here every day with you as best as I can, just dropping nuggets where I can. So come back for more.